Welcome into Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham. If you're being sent over from our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, we appreciate it. We'll get into those top 3 quarterback targets in just a moment. If you're just arriving for the first time, let's hit on this Tom Brady to Chicago rumor real quick here. Now, a lot of outlets are throwing this out there. Obviously, Tom Brady is a free agent for the first time in his 20-year career. Fansided specifically says that the Bears would be a great fit for Tom Brady. And look, obviously, it's like, Tom Brady's going to be a good fit everywhere he goes. Well, he is going to be 43 next season. I will say this. There's a good argument to be made that the Bears have a roster that is a legit quarterback away from contending for a Super Bowl. Mitch Trubisky showed some good things, flashes the past couple of years, but I thought he regressed a little bit in 2019. Had some injury concerns too with the left shoulder. We'll see if he's going to have surgery, but only 3,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Certainly needs to improve. Maybe you bring in a guy like Tom Brady who can play for a year or two. Trubisky can learn under him and get better and be better for it. And the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer, which Tom Brady, even in regression, was able to do this season. Now, before we get to my top 3 quarterback targets for the Bears, we'll see if Brady cracks my list. I want you guys to subscribe to our brand new Bears channel. You're watching it right now on our Bears channel. We're going to have rumors, news, free agency rumors, draft targets, all off-season long with videos during the week at 11 a.m. Central Time. So make sure you get subscribed, chatsports.com/Bears. Send that link to a friend. Tell them, hey, new Bears channel is up on YouTube. They bring videos every single day during the week. Hit that big red button. We'll keep you guys covered here on Bears Now. Let's get to those 3 quarterback targets for Chicago. I've got Phillip Rivers at number 3. And I know a lot of you people in the Chat Sports office are saying, Rivers is done. I don't know. I'm not convinced he's done. Just 2 years ago, he had a very, very good season. Yeah, this year, down year. Chargers might move on. They did not have the type of season they wanted to. The question I have is Phillip Rivers still good enough to lead a win-now roster? Because that's the idea, right? If you're trying to upgrade at quarterback, like the Bears might be looking to do, it's because you think you can win right now with this defense, with some of these skill players on offense. You know, Phillip Rivers, the completion percentage, the yards is still there. The TD interception ratio is what's concerning. 23-20. 20 picks is too many if you're only going to throw for 23 touchdowns. Got to be more efficient in that ratio there. We know Rivers is a bit of a gunslinger at time. But if you can cut down the turnovers with this roster, with this defense, I think he could help the Bears win next season. Number 2, I've got Andy Dalton because I think he's a more realistic option for Chicago than a guy like Phillip Rivers. The Bengals, we all know, they're expected to draft Joe Burrow number 1 overall. We would all be shocked if that did not happen. I still believe Dalton's a starting caliber quarterback. I think he's a notch above a guy like a Case Keenum who has gone to an NFC Championship game. He's took the Bengals to 4 straight playoff appearances earlier in his career. He's done some good things, and he had a lot thrown on his plate this year and still had a productive season despite getting benched in the middle of the season. Yeah, 16 TDs to 14 interceptions is not great. Bengals can cut Dalton for 0 cap money this offseason as he's set to make $17.5 million next year, the final year of his career. They will certainly look to trade for him. Maybe if you're Chicago, trade low. Throw a day 3 pick at Cincinnati, see if they'll take it. You got a guy for 1 year. Trubisky can take a step back, learn a little bit. I think that could be a good option for the Chicago Bears. And then my top option here, no, it's not Tom Brady. I don't think TB12 is coming to Chicago. But I think Cam Newton might. I think this is a realistic possibility for a couple of reasons. One, I think Matt Rule might go into Carolina and just reset everything. They gave him 7 years and over $60 million. They are going to be patient with Rule and that new coaching staff. And maybe he goes in there and says, you know, Cam, we appreciate what you've done for this franchise. You've had some injury problems. We're going to go in a different direction. We're going to trade you. And now that's the question, right? How much would a trade cost for Cam Newton? We'll get into that in just a second. First, let's talk about those injury concerns. Look at the last 4 seasons. Of course, in 2019, only played in 2 games as he had the foot injury. But you look at the last 3 seasons, yeah, he's not the guy. He hasn't been the guy we saw in 2015 that won the MVP. But he's still been really effective. He's still one of the better dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL when he is healthy. He is certainly an upgrade from Mitchell Trubisky when he's fully healthy. And with these weapons the Bears have on offense with good running game in David Montgomery, who I think will have a monster second season, I think Cam Newton would be a great fit. Now, I think this is the type of trade you're looking at here. Second-round pick for Cam. Bears have 2 second-round picks. They don't have a first. They don't have a third or a fourth. So you're in that second-round area there. Number 43 overall for Cam Newton. I think that's a fair trade for both sides. I think Carolina's going to hold out and try and get a first-round pick. I don't think they're going to get it for a guy who's been banged up the last several years. I think you trade a middle second-round pick, you get Cam Newton in here, and you see what he can get you, because I still think he is clearly an upgrade from Trubisky. Then you have to decide, is Trubisky your backup? Do you try to move on from him? That's a question you can answer later, but if you can get Cam for a second-round pick, I think it's worth a try. Who will be the Bears' starting quarterback next season? Ryan Pace, Matt Nagy, they keep saying it's Mitchell Trubisky. That's certainly the leader in the clubhouse, but if a trade opportunity for a Cam Newton or an Andy Dalton becomes available, that could certainly be an option. Do you think it's going to be Tom Brady? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section.